Hi, welcome back. If you're new here, my name's Joanna, and I'm glad you stopped by. We're going to be working with the farmhouse calendars from this year and last year to make some unique projects. Let's go. First, we're going to do the one that everybody's doing. I'm just going to show you how I do them. I've never seen anybody do them. I just saw them. So we're going to use the Jenga blocks, my favorite glue, and then the Dollar Tree glue. And I'm going to start with this Dollar Tree glue. It's wood glue, and it's good wood glue. And I buy it in the automotive, not the crafting, but the automotive section. And then I'm going to cut these calendars down. This is the backs of the calendars that I'm using. And you take 3 Jenga blocks and glue 3 together in this order. The reason I've got 2 glues is because I love my TiteBond glue. But I'm trying to see how this glue does. I like it as well. But the TiteBond glues really fast. So I'm trying to see, you know, if it's going to be okay. Or if the wood glue compares to the TiteBond. And when I put the TiteBond on, the applicator is so big. You know, it just put a lot of glue on. And then it made the glue bulge out, which I did not like. So I went back to the original super glue, wood glue that I get from the Dollar Tree, and it worked just as well as the TiteBond in this situation, I can say. But, anyways, I have the link to the TiteBond in my description. Okay, so now I'm just going to take this Elmer's clear glue, and I'm recycling my little fruit cup containers, and I'm going to put some glue in there, and I'm going to brush this on. You can use whatever glue you prefer, Mod Podge, you know, whatever. I have this, I need to use it, and to me, it works great when you brush it on, so that's what I'm doing. So I'm just going to brush it on my blocks, and then I'm going to take my calendar, cut it out, put it on there as centered as possible. And the reason I don't use Mod Podge is because Mod Podge is a little wetter, and it makes my calendar and my paper wrinkle, and this does not. So that's my reasoning behind, you know, just regular glue or whatever. I don't water this down, it's just glue. Okay, now you're just going to take your scissors and trim off any excess paper. And then I'm going to take these magnets. I get these at Hobby Lobby. They have them at Walmart also. In the automotive section, same price, 8 magnets, $2.99, 2 something. Maybe a little cheaper at Walmart. I'm just going to take my Gorilla Hot Glue, glue my magnets down, and then you're done. Sticks, easy peasy. A tip for cutting these, if you use these fingernail, I call them fingernail scissors. I don't know what you call them. But anyway, they come in a manicure set. I do know that. But anyways, when you stick this curved out or curved in, I don't know how you say it, but you know what I mean. You can see what I'm doing. It cuts the paper off so much easier. There you go. I made all these from the little DT calendars. Okay, this next one, these are the calendars from last year, but you can use the calendars from this year if you find them fitting. You can stick them on anything, y'all. I had this creamer picture thing, whatever, from the Dollar Tree. I had 2 of them. I'm just going to give this little booger 2 coats of white chalk paint. Now I'm just going to take my favorite glue stick. You can move this while it's wet, but once it dries, it is permanent, and I love it. I'll have it linked in my description box. Make sure that it's adhered good. Like I said, it is movable for a little bit, and I'm just going to take the spatula instead of putting my fingerprints all over it, and make sure that I got it all adhered down and the glue squeezed out. Now you can leave it like this, but of course I'm going to distress it, and I am running very low on this little bottle of wax, but I'm just going to put it on a wipe, and I'm going to wipe it on. I don't want it, of course I had to get a paper towel out of my trash to dab it, but anyways, I don't want it streaked. I want it more smudged and grungy looking, like it's a dirty old picture that I found. Not picture, but picture. Y'all, I'm country. It's a picture. I don't even know. But anyway, laugh if you want to. I don't care. But I'm going to distress this thing and get it how I like it. Okay, so done. Now I'm going to take this Mod Podge. Normally I would use, if I'm going to put this in the kitchen, which I will, I normally use dishwasher safe, but this is just what I grabbed, so it's what I'm using. But anyway, I'm just going to put a layer of Mod Podge on here, and it won't affect it because it's matte Mod Podge. So it won't be shiny in one spot and dull on another. But anyways, I'm just going to seal it down. Okay, now I'm going to take one of these glass jars. It's like the salt and pepper shakers, but it has a flat lid, like for spices or whatever. But anyways, I'm just going to take some Mod Podge and yellow paint, and I want Mod Podge so it will stick to the glass better. And I'm going to mix that. I am making a faux glass of lemonade. But anyways, I tried to paint it in and it just streaked. I did not like it. So I ended up pouring it in and then running it around until it covered my glass. And then I dumped out what I had left and cleaned up the glass. Now I'm going to take my calendar piece and I'm just going to use my little nail scissors, as I call them, and I'm going to cut around the edge of this. These scissors are awesome for this because they're little and it gets into the detail. If you need to flip them, you can. Makes it easier to cut on curves. But anyways, I'm just going to cut this out and put it on my little jar. Now I just went in and got a straw and I'm going to cut it off where it will stick up a little bit, stick the straw in there, and I am done. You can add twine to the top of this to decorate it if you want to. I just wanted mine to look as real as possible, and then I took Mod Podge and went over the calendar piece and made sure it was securely down. Now I'm going to take a honey jar, and I've actually got pancake syrup in this because honey will turn to sugar. I don't know how long this is going to last, but I can easily just pour it out and do something else or whatever. I know you can mix food coloring, yellow food coloring with epoxy and pour it in there, but I didn't have epoxy, so I did have pancake syrup. So, same process, use your glue. make sure it's clean, glue it down, cut it to size, and then Mod Podge over the top. Easy peasy. Now I just got to let this dry, and moving on to the next one. This is a cutting board I made from cardboard. I got the idea from Holly at Hot Humble Pie, and I do thank her for that. I give her all credit. But anyways, I just made my little cutting board, and then I glued my calendar to it. And then, of course, I put dishwasher safe Mod Podge on this because it is just cardboard. So I actually did the front and the back and everything with dishwasher safe Mod Podge. Now for this one, I'm just going to use one of these little palette whatever boards things from the Dollar Tree. And I am going to take my Waverly wax, and I'm going to brush it all over this, and then I'm going to take a wipe and wipe it all down because I want to see some of the wood grain through there. And this was just too hard to do with just a baby wipe, so that's why I use the brush. But anywho, I'm going to stain this and then show you what I do next. I want to bore you with all that painting, but this is what it looked like after I wiped it off. And I did this to the front and the back. And now I don't know where the footage went, but I also distressed it with gray chalk paint to make it look more weathered. But anyways, my faithful glue stick, I'm gonna have to order some more of these. But anyways, I'm gluing it down per usual, and I'm just gonna place it where I want it, try to get it as even as possible. I'm not cutting the slits in it. I want it the whole picture because I like it. And then I'm just going to squeegee my excess glue out of there, if there is any, and make sure it's tight down on the board. Here I'm just going to see if this would look alright for a bow. I wanted something extra on this one. I know I want that little sunflower up there. That came from Hobby Lobby, and they're 40% off fall stuff. But anyways, I am gluing the ends of this ribbon. If you do not glue the ends of this ribbon or secure it somehow, whether it be hot glue or, you know, regular glue or whatever, it will come apart and it looks really tacky. So I'm securing my ends with hot glue. This is just like an easy way to make a loopy bow, and you just put your two tails together and then push your middle in. You see what I'm doing. And then, you know, fix your tails out where you want them. Just take your hot glue and secure in between your pieces, and you're done. You don't have to worry about a middle on this bow or anything like that because the flower's going to go in the middle of it. But before I glue any of that down, I want to take my Waverly wax and a chip brush that I buy at the Dollar Tree. I love these things. And I'm just going to take and distress my calendar piece because it looked a little funny just sitting up on there. It needed something. So, you know, I just weathered it too. I'm just going to take my hot glue and attach my bow. And then I'll put hot glue on that flower and pop that flower right in the middle. And I am pleased with it. I love it. It is so cute. And I'm probably going to pop this in my tiered tray. I don't know what I was looking at. I'm so weird sometimes, y'all. This is a metal easel that I got at Hobby Lobby back in the springtime. And I Waverly waxed it in another video and made it look distressed. And y'all, I put this in my tiered tray and it's the same stinking thing. I just clip pictures off and on. You can clip your calendar pieces on. There's another one right there. Or in those Michaels papers, which is where I got that other thing. You can clip those in there. You can clip scripture cards, notes, pictures, whatever you want to put in there, and just pop it in your tier trays. And it's really, really cute. Okay, this is my last one. Sorry, had to make sure I was recording. Sometimes I don't. But anyways, I got this little basket that I've had in my stash for 1,000 years or forever and a day or 100 years or whatever. And then some of my yarn and some of these little beads that I've also had for many moons. Boy, I can come up with some stuff, huh? Anyways, I'm just going to take some hot glue and I'm going to stick this to this. Y'all, this is tricky. I'm not even kidding. I made two and I wanted to show y'all how to do this. You just wind. It doesn't have no rhyme or reason. Sometimes you have to hold them with your fingers. Just keep winding and winding. It may not even make sense. You can tack it with glue if you want to. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to show in the end, but you're just wrapping and wrapping and wrapping, and then you can finally get a little grip on it and start turning it. And then, you know, your deal is what you're trying to do, and you want your yarn, see, because I had it tight, it flicked out of my hand. Make sure you got plenty of string out there for you to work with. But what you're attempting to do is just make look like little balls of yarn, mini yarn balls, for this basket. Okay, my balls are done. So I'm just going to trim this down to fit this little basket. And then I'm going to surprise y'all. Hey, hot glue, surprise, no stick glue. Anyways, I just thought that was funny. I'm just going to tack this down with hot glue, and any pieces that pop up, I'm trying to get around the edges as close as I can, but y'all, that glue was hot, see? But anyway, if I see pieces sticking up, I'll just try to tack them down. I need something in the bottom, so I'm just going to grab this piece of garbage laying over there because you ain't going to see it anyway. Reuse, recycle, whatever. Okay. These are so cute. I think this is so cute. Anyways, I'm just going to take my little yarn balls that I made and glue them in so they don't pop out. Now I'm just going to take this shish kebab stick and my trusty little dog toenail clippers that I got from the Dollar Tree. You can get the shish kebab sticks. Sorry, I got to slow down, y'all. You can get them sticks at the Dollar Tree or at Walmart. They're actually cheaper at Walmart, but, you know, whatever. If you're at the Dollar Tree, grab them. And then I'm going to take these little beads that I've had in my stash forever and a day, and I'm just going to pop them on the end and make them look like knitting needles. And there you go. I'm going to take them back out and tack them in with hot glue. But this is so stinking cute. I definitely am going to put this in my tray Like I said, I don't know when, but it's definitely going in my tray. You can jazz it up a little more if you want to, but I just like it plain Jane like this. And there it is. So here's all my little calendar projects, and they are so stinking cute. Thank you for watching. You are truly a blessing. Till next time, God bless.